Hi. I'm here to talk to you about, hey, what's going on?
It's a power outage.
A power outage? Well, that's just fine because I want to talk to you about electricity. I think it's fair to say anyone watching this presentation is a consumer of electricity. In short, we're all experts on the use of power. Now, personally, I work for a solar installation company and they've taught me quite a lot about the subject. The large majority of our fuel we use to produce electricity is polluting our air. It's polluting our water. It's slowly running out and or is potentially so dangerous that an accident could result in the equivalent of a nuclear bomb going off. Nearly half of all CO2 emissions come from the generation of electricity, according to a 2012 study reported by the U.S. Energy Information Administration. And according to EnergyNow.com, most of our electricity is generated by steam-driven turbines. Well, that's not so bad. How dangerous can steam be? Yeah, but it's not the steam. It's where the steam comes from that concerns me. Water has to be heated to create steam. So how are we heating the water? Well, one method is by using natural gas. Not unlike how you would use to heat this teapot. But in the mining of natural gas, air pollutants like benzene, a carcinogen known to cause asthma and cancer, leak into the air. This is according to Environmental Defense Fund. Not only is natural gas harmful to the environment, but in case you haven't heard, the stuff is highly explosive. The Department of Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, investigated and fined a natural gas power plant after a fatal explosion. Now, another method of generating steam is nuclear fission, uranium. All things being equal, nuclear power can be relatively safe, but things are not equal. You need only think back to March 2011 to see the damage an earthquake and tsunami can do on a nuclear power plant. Fukushima. When the emergency cooling went down, they were forced to vent steam with radioactive elements into the air. They were forced to contaminate seawater in a desperate attempt to cool the reactor, and ultimately they had two cores melt down so badly that they're still not sure if they went through the shielding and into the groundwater. Now, even when everything goes right, when there are no earthquakes to contend with, we still have radioactive waste to deal with. Well, the most common way of generating steam, of heating up that water, is the burning of coal. With coal, you have a plethora of problems. The Environmental Protection Act reports land used during the mining and refining of coal becomes contaminated. Water is used in large amounts to clean the coal, and the water becomes contaminated. And when the coal is burned, it's known to release carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and mercury into the air. Some are speculating the chemicals in the air are increasing the number of people with allergies and emphysema. At least according to Catherine Thomason of the Physicians for Social Responsibility. Now, regardless if these fuels are dangerous to our environment or us, they are still finite. We will run out someday. We must do better. We can do better. Some of us are doing better. You hear a lot about renewable or sustainable energy. Well, what are they? Well, renewable energy is anything we can use as a fuel for energy that we can regenerate. Plants, trees, food. This is called biomass. There are some power plants in different parts of the world that are adding biomass to the burning of coal, which greatly reduces the harmful emissions. But we're still burning coal. Sustainable energy comes from water, wind, solar. There are fuel sources that are always there. Now, water and wind aren't always practical for us to use, so let's talk about solar. Solar energy is readily available. You soak it up nearly every time you go outside. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. Let me show you how it works. This is a solar panel. It's made up of solar cells. The whole purpose in life for a Mr. Solar Panel is to convert light into electricity. It's the same technology powering your calculators and your decorative lights out in the yard. Now, solar panel creates direct current electricity, or DC. It's the same kind of electricity you use in your batteries, whether it's a car battery or a flashlight battery. But your house runs on AC, alternating current. So you need to find a way of converting it, or should I say inverting it. Meet Mr. Inverter. His job is to turn that DC electricity into AC electricity so you can watch TV. The last component in your solar powered system is the bidirectional meter. Now, the meter outside of your house right now, it only goes one way, right? Because you're using electricity and it's counting all those dollars that are going to the electric company. You need a bidirectional meter now because you're going to be generating more power than you're using. Now, I brought a presentation board to kind of show how everything ties together, but our marketing department thought I was presenting to a group of grade schoolers, so, well, let's take a look. See, Mr. Sun goes down to Mr. Solar Panel. Mr. Solar Panel goes to Mr. Inverter and then to Mr. Bidirectional Meter. And whatever you have left over goes back to the power plant. Okay. It gets the point across, right? So you're saying to yourself, what am I, rich? I can't put a solar system on my house. Well, over the years, the cost of manufacturing panels and inverters have come down quite a bit. You can have a small system installed for around $10,000. I know, it still sounds like a lot, but let's think about this for a second. Let's say you save $75 a month on your electricity. That system would pay for itself in around 10 years. And in the process, you'd be helping the environment. Well, I don't have $10,000 in my pocket. Well, you might not have to. You see, these days, a lot of the companies are doing financing. What that basically means, they come to your house, they buy the system, they install it, they monitor the system, and then you pay them the monthly electrical bill. Now, the advantages are twofold. One, we're not harming the environment, and two, you're paying a lot less than you would to that pollution-generating electric company. But I don't own a house. I rent. Listen, you know this is a good idea. You know it's better for the environment. Make a stand. Talk to your landlord. Talk to the property owner. Ask him to help save the environment and reduce electrical costs. Do it because you know it's the right thing to do. Generating electricity right now, it's using up natural resources and it's contaminating our environment. Solar energy has zero emissions and it's completely sustainable. You can start saving on your monthly bills right now and you can make a difference for our future. Thank you.